The long-awaited RE-verse is finally here. Now, for those of you that have watched my channel before, you'd know that I covered this game back when it was in its beta, ages ago, when it was first shown. Now, just for a little bit of history here, the game was originally supposed to come out alongside Resident Evil Village's release back on the 7th of May 2021, and then, following the disappointing reception from that beta, it was pushed to a date long off in the future. Well, that date has come and gone. It was, of course, the 28th of October, the same date as the Resident Evil Village DLC launched for the Shadows of Rose and all the Mercenaries expansion. Now, I'd expected to be able to dive into this game and give it a full review, to see the differences that were there from the beta, to see the different modes and different inclusions they've made to the characters, who's new, what's changed. But in playing it, they've made that pretty much impossible. So for this video, we're going to do something a little bit different. I've taken the script, thrown that out the window. I'm going to put as much effort into this video as RE-verse itself. Now let's dive in. So before I start getting into this rant, for those of you who haven't seen the review that I've already done on the beta over a year ago, I'll give you a quick little overview for some of the things it did right in that, and things that are identical to what they are today. So I suppose the first thing is trying to understand what RE-verse is, and it's quite simple. It's a 2 to 6 player competitive multiplayer game, wherein you have a timer of 5 minutes, you choose your character from the iconic list of Resident Evil characters they've included here, and go head to head against the other 5 players in that arena. Whoever has the most points by the end of that 5 minutes wins. Now, what makes this so great, and why I loved it when it came to the beta over a year ago, is due to how the combo system works. So every kill you get, you start building up a combo meter. And then, when you die, that combo is frozen, and you can then reclaim that by hunting down the person who killed you last. It encourages you to really think about your targets, to go out into the field and instead of just blindly killing people, hunting someone down. And at the time when I reviewed it on the beta, I was really smitten by this. I felt that it really captured me and dragged me into the experience a lot more than if it was just a simple get your kills and it's your kill death ratio or it's just some other scoring mechanic. It really gave me focus to really hunt someone down and go for them and go for that jugular, put them down. And that's still here. And so that's a great reason to be able to dive in and play this game. What's also great about this is that the 6 characters that are here, in Chris, Jill, Leon, Claire, Hunk and Ada, they each have their own strengths and weaknesses, and they're tied to their own individual abilities that they have. So for example, Chris has an ability whereby he can power up and become invincible for a short period of time. You can still take damage, but you just can't die. Jill has a landmine that she can put down, or she's got a roll where if she uses that, she gets a power up. It's cool little things like that that make each character feel unique apart from themselves. Now, as I said, all of this is in the beta, so nothing here has changed from that experience I had back then. Now, if you want more details on that, I'd really encourage you to go and watch that, because right now we're going to go into the many issues this game has. And the first issue is, what the hell have they been up to? We're talking over a year and a half, near enough, that they've had to work on this game since it was last shown in the beta. And there's nothing different. Nothing of any note anyway. This is what we got in addition. We got, for 18 months of time mind you, 1 new map, which is the Dudley Estate from Resident Evil 7. No new characters, no new abilities, but you got a battle pass. And that's it. That is literally it. Now, I'd gone into this game with high hopes. I wasn't expecting to be completely blown away, for it to be something like the next coming of Christ, but I was expecting there to be more to do. Because as it stands right now, you can't play with your friends in any effective way. This game is going to live and die by its modes. But where's the modes? Where are they? I can't play with my friends unless it's in a custom game. I can't do a team-based deathmatch. I can't do a team-based objective mode, like capture the flag or, Christ, anything like that. Even basic things that are in a multiplayer game, they're not here. And what it meant is that I had people reaching out to me saying, oh, let's play ReVerse together. And it's like, well, we can't. Because I don't really want to go into a custom game. I'm not going to earn any experience. I'm not going to earn any progress towards the battle pass mechanic that's in there. All that's going to happen is we're going to be just 2 of us, or potentially 3 if I'm lucky and get a couple of mates on, to have a half-assed game where half the time you're looking for each other because there isn't the full 6 players in there. It's such a wasted potential. It's a complete oversight. The thing that keeps people coming back to a multiplayer experience is the fact that you're playing with your friends. You think about Call of Duty that just released now. Over this last week, I've already clocked up 20 odd hours into that multiplayer experience. And I'm small fry compared to the people that actually live and die by Call of Duty. And the reason for that is because you can get a good party on together, you can dive into an assortment of different game modes, and you can have fun. And if it starts getting a bit samey or a bit boring or a bit tedious, you can then just change it up and go into something else. Or let's try maybe going into a headquarters this time instead of team deathmatch. Let's try kill confirmed. Here, I've done 6 or 7 hours of this ReVerse experience, and I've seen everything. I've done everything I can. Sure, I've got the battle pass there to be able to try and entice me in to earn some cosmetics. I don't really care. And the issue is, these cosmetics in themselves are completely half-assed. Most characters in the game have 2 skins at least. Jill doesn't. Why? I don't understand it. I just don't get it. The creatures themselves that you turn into on death, which is a great mechanic by the way, same from the beta, they don't have additional skins. Why can't I have Super Tyrant but he's wearing his cool hat and his trench coat? Dunno. Why can't I have the difference between a classic Nemesis skin from Resident Evil 3 and the Resident Evil 3 remake? Don't know. Does it always have to be a fat molded? Yeah. This is the thing, I just don't get it. I just don't see what they've done for the last year and a half. It feels like to me, and this is obviously the truth, this is the way it is that Capcom gave this team no budget, no resources, and they decided that, we can't really fix this game, it's going to take us too much to be able to put the effort in to get this content complete out the door. So instead, what we'll do is, we'll hold it back as a little sweetener, a little nugget, for the gold release of Resident Evil Village. And it's just such a damn shame. Because unlike a lot of the multiplayer experiences in the past from Resident Evil, this one actually has a great gameplay hook that is really fun to play. But at the moment, it doesn't reward you for your time, there's nothing there to really keep you coming back for more, and it doesn't encourage a way to be able to play with your friends in any meaningful way. And for me, it's just killed my excitement for this. It really has. I mean, we've got a content schedule that's coming up soon, and I'll run you through that now. So the content that's on the horizon, we've got in Update 1, they're going to add an extra survivor, an extra stage, 8 costumes, and a challenge mission for the Battle Pass. Who cares about the Battle Pass? Bin that off. I don't imagine it's going to keep too many people wanting to play. Update 2, we get another survivor, 2 extra costumes, and another challenge mission. And then Update 3, which is as far as they've gone at the moment, we get 1 survivor, 1 creature, and 7 additional costumes. Why isn't this out now? A game needs to come out and make a big impression immediately, to drag people in and to grow an audience. The more time that goes on without this content, people are just going to drop off. And let's be real here, even taking this content, if this was in here as a base thing, you're talking then would be going with 3 maps, 9 survivors, and 6 creatures. Think how many iconic enemies there are, and iconic heroes that are in the world of Resident Evil. And to have this little content here, for what was originally supposed to be a 25th anniversary for the series. Talk about wasted potential. You could have Alexia in here. How amazing would that be to transform into and have fire powers? Super hype. No, can't be a dog. Can't be a hunter. Come on. Like the dog and the hunter. You can't be a spider. How cool would it be to be a giant spider walking around the walls? But no. You can't do any of this because it takes effort, and they haven't bothered to put it in here. It just really disappoints me, because I was so excited for this. I swear I was one of the only people that after coming off that beta, I was super hyped for this. And my hype has just been put into the ground and buried 6 feet under. And what makes it worse is that even with these content updates, there's nothing here to show modes. It says "and more" for these different things. And more. What does that mean? Does that mean I'm just going to get an additional pistol skin so I can now have it look like, I don't know, fucking lava on it? I don't care. Give me the modes. That's what we need, Capcom. That's what we need right now. If you're wanting to save this game and make this into something that's actually worth playing and to grow an audience, you need to have this stuff good to go. And unfortunately, guys, I think this is dead. I really do. The proof here is in the pudding. And looking at the Steam numbers for this game, there's currently a peak of 314 players playing this. It's dead. It's absolutely dead already, and it's all due to how they've planned this out. You could have made a great first impression, which would have surprised people and dragged them in, and they tell their friends, and it starts growing and it starts building, and then you're excited for the content drops. But instead what they've done is they've come out with such a lackluster amount of content, with no additional ways to be able to play it and find new enjoyment in this, and signed their own death warrant. It's just a damn shame. Because even if this didn't cost an awful lot to put out, you could have spent that money on different things. We could have seen potentially different ports of old school games. Like on PS3, for example, you can get a Resident Evil collection, which includes all the games up until Resident Evil 6. The entire lot. From Resident Evil 1 original straight through to 6. And it's £30. Why couldn't they go through the effort of trying to just port that over? Surely that wouldn't cost as much as this whole RE-verse would be, and it would be a way bigger celebration for the fans. And don't even get me started on the potential rumour that Outbreak could return. I mean, that just needs a HD lick of paint and put it out. That would cost significantly less than having to put out RE-verse. But no, this is what we got as a celebration for the 25th anniversary of Resident Evil, and it's a kick in the teeth for any fans like me. Now, I am hopeful that my negative spin on this will be changed as time goes on. And if you guys want me to, I'm more than happy to go in and give this a full review when we get some more content in the game. But as of right now, RE-verse put me in a position where that was essentially impossible, because I'd said everything about the game back on its beta 15 odd months ago. But if you enjoyed this little rant, and I found this quite cathartic, I'm not going to lie, let me know. And I'm more than happy to go in and cover this game in the future, as I said, when we get more content. But that's enough RE-verse for one day. If you guys enjoyed this, remember to put a like on the video, subscribe to the channel for more Resident Evil coverage. I will be having a full review out for Shadow of Rose, which will be coming up fairly shortly. And then, following that, we return to the normal schedule of going through Dead Space with Dead Space Mobile. And I'm very excited to be talking about that. Now, I do want to hear from you guys. You're fans of Resident Evil, same as myself. Do you feel that RE-verse has hit the mark? Or do you feel the same way as me? Let me know. Put your comments in the comment section, and I try and respond to everyone on there. I look forward to hearing from you. But that's it for this video. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other. See ya.